loading up.
Welcome to CC Power. I'm Corey,
I'm Cheyenne.
and we are going to be telling you something that you need to know, and you would not believe what's at number one.
We're a little bit out of practice because we had to schedule a little bit of content ahead of time because we went away. So this seems a bit weird and out of practice because we are out of practice.
And weird. Okay, so number 5, I'll go first. Number 5, not everyone's going to be natural behind the wheel. I was a nervous wreck. Were you a nervous wreck?
Not really, but I was... Here's the thing, I grew up around truck drivers, friends with mechanics.
Same.
And, you know, I think I was just so excited, but as an only child, your parents are so focused on you. So I was looking forward to that sense of freedom and not... I'm sure the only child can relate. If you're an only child, please tell me if you relate. Your parents are on you about everything, but when you first learn to drive, you get that sense of freedom, and it's almost as if you have a sibling to push the attention off onto.
Well, I was nervous because only when I went on the roads. When I was driving by myself with no one.
Oh yeah,
fine.
because you're so worried about what if I freak someone else out? What if I cause an accident? What if they think I'm a fuckwit?
Yeah. But don't be nervous. Not everyone...
I mean, you can be nervous. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's okay, just be safe.
Because you're learning. If I didn't say, we're going to be teaching you 5 things you need to know.
Before you drive for the
Before you
very
drive.
first time.
That's a perfect
Or
little
things we
intro.
wish that people had told us.
Yes.
And you wish someone had said to you, you're not going to be a natural, you're going to feel nervous, and that's okay.
And that's what we're saying to you. You're going to be okay. It's okay to be nervous.
I mean, I did
Everyone is.
I had that
Mostly everyone.
moment when I was learning to drive and everyone was like, oh, you're not nervous? And I was like, no, I'm not nervous. And everyone made it seem like such a weird thing. So if you're like me and you're natural, it is okay to be a natural at driving and be okay with it. Each to their own. But I had friends that made me seem like I was a nut job because I was nervous. So I started thinking there was something wrong with me because I was completely fine. And you know, my mom... She took me driving around a car park the first time. You should always do that. And the second time we went for the driving lesson, she went, fuck it, I'm bored. Let's go on the road. And I was like, oh, Mom, I'm 16. Should we be going on the road? And she goes, yeah, go on the road. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. What about you? What happened when you first learned to drive?
I was driving with my dad. He's a mechanic, truck driver. Yeah. Hard to impress. But...
Hey, leave your dad alone. Your dad's awesome. If you're watching this, John, you're awesome.
But yeah. We just drove around Casey when it was getting built. They had the roads done but no buildings.
Casey. Oh, you mean Taylor.
Taylor,
The
that's
Casey was
it.
getting built when we would have been in primary school.
Taylor.
I
That's
used to
it.
live around there, whereas he didn't.
But, yeah. So, that's what I did. Drove around, just getting a handle of the car before I went to Manuel. She doesn't know John Manuel.
I do.
Okay. Question 4.
Okay, coming in at number 4. Learn or figure out what you want to learn to drive, what you want to own within reason. When I say within reason, if your family only own autos or manuals, you may need to just suck it up and learn in one of those. It is a little bit unreasonable to expect a family member to go out and buy another vehicle just for you to learn, because they may only be able to drive autos. I want to say only drive manual, but if you can drive manual, you can drive anything. Which is why we recommend learning manual first, because if I had learned manual at 16 and 9 months, 16 and 9 months or 15? 16.
16 and 9 months.
Yep. It's been so long since we did it that I get confused. Anyways, learning at 16, yes, you will get nervous, but it would have been so much easier because now at 21, almost 22, okay, I'm doing good learning, but I'm also fucking up more because I'm so set in my habits. So, learn what you want to drive, or figure out what you want to learn to drive, and just stick with it. I will say, Don't just make the decision on a whim. Think about it a little bit. Think about vehicles you may want to own in the future, things you want to do for jobs, and possibly activities you like doing. So if you want to go four-wheel driving a lot and you want to have a decent four-wheel drive,
Buy Hilux. Or a Nissan Patrol. They're cool. I like them.
Navaros are good. They're better than fucking Holden Colorado. If you buy a Colorado, enjoy it breaking down every 5 kilometers.
I'm sorry that Navaros are not that good.
They're alright for four-wheel driving because you don't give a fuck if you break them.
Because they're already broken in the
Exactly.
shed.
But yeah.
R.I.P. Navara drivers.
But yeah, we recommend learning manual first, but just take all that into consideration, what you want to do in the future, and take that into consideration. Hopefully you're in a position where you can learn either one of those. No judgment if you can't, but yeah, figure out when you want to learn to drive, research the cost and everything, because, would you say this is a controversial opinion? Yes, we have an exciting announcement where we will talk more about our controversial opinions in the future, but for now, controversial opinion. Do you think that manuals are actually cheaper than autos? It's a common, conception or misconception, whichever side you fall, the manuals are cheaper to buy than autos because they don't make manuals anymore. I feel that manuals are getting more and more expensive because...
Subaru made manuals. They're still making manuals.
Yeah. I feel they're getting more and more expensive because they're more like the sporty cars and the project cars that everyone wants because they're manuals. So I feel on that end of the spectrum they're becoming more expensive, especially classic cars. But
autos are more common.
They're good to drive.
Manuals are not so common. But auto gearboxes cost a lot more than manual.
Okay.
That's what
So
I'm
when
looking
coming
at.
to buy a second-hand car, do you feel it's more or less expensive buying an auto or manual based on your personal experience?
From the dealer, auto's gonna be expensive as heck.
Well, because most dealers only have autos. Certain dealers.
But they're thinking because autos are more
In demand.
hard to
Damage.
Hey,
I know someone that
they're
fucked
more
up
hard-
the gearbox on an auto. It can be
yeah,
done.
They're more hard to service or maintain. Manuals are easy. So
Easier.
So from the dealership, autos expensive, manuals cheaper. Second hand, autos cheaper, manuals expensive because they're the project sporty cars that everyone
The
wants.
classic cars. Yeah. Okay,
JDM.
that's our controversial opinion out of the way. Comment down below and let us know your opinion on this subject, because I've heard so many people saying this. But yeah, so just figure out what you want to drive and go from there, and have fun learning to drive.
No? Yes. Number 3, let's go with that. Make sure, everything in the car. And what I mean by that is, know where the headlights are, know where the hazards, know, lights, hazards, fog lights, window wipers, washers, know everything inside the car, where the steering wheel is, know where the go pedal is, and the brake. And if you're in a manual, clutch and gear stick.
Hey, I only forgot the clutch maybe 5 times.
5 times.
Every single time when I parked.
Yeah, that's 5 times. But yeah, just know everything there is to know, because on your driving test they will ask you, and I got 3 things wrong because I had no idea what a Mazda had. I knew what Subarus were. I was dead on that, but 2005 they have a lot of lights and buttons. I want to press all the buttons. What about you? Did your driving instructor ask you, or did your mom or daddy?
No, pretty much what it was my mum. She basically just wanted me to make sure that I knew where the hazards were, the lights, the wipers, fucking all that shit. I don't really think the driving instructor really asked me anything. Here's the thing, I did the logbooks game because at that point I had really bad anxiety. I knew I would fuck up so hardcore on that one-off test. So I did the logbook scheme. If you live in Australia, if you know sort of thing. I wonder if other countries have that. Let us know down below. Do other countries also have logbook schemes? I'm very interested now, but I can't fuck Googling. I say with an open laptop.
We might Google it later.
But yeah, so we had the option with my driving instructor. He was so sweet. Turned out he actually used to work for my dad. He absolutely loved my dad, but he was so sweet. He didn't realize this until like 3 lessons in, and he finally like saw my dad in caution. He's like, I know you. And then Dad's like, yeah, you look familiar. I used to be your boss. My dad to him. But yeah, he was so sweet, and we did this thing where he could come and do the lessons in my car, because I felt more comfortable in my car. And I think he was very nervous, because he was like, oh, we're gonna get, like, Mum or Dad or me to reverse the car out of the garage, because at 54 we had, like, the real steep driveway, and Mum used to park what was then her car in the garage. And so he says, oh, we're going to get someone to move it, and then you'll reverse down the driveway. And Mum's like, oh, she's very good, very confident at reversing out of the garage. And I swear she could just see the wheels in his head turning. But as soon as he got in the car and I reversed out of the garage, Mum said she looked at him and saw the wheel turn back in his mind, and he was, like, comfortable. So as soon as he did that, and he kind of knew that I knew where everything was, because it was winter time, it was getting dark, so I knew where everything, I wasn't freaking out, I was not nervous. But I think he was pretty good in that fun. He did ask me a couple things, but I didn't think he ran through the full list with me.
Yeah.
If I hadn't reversed perfectly out of the driveway, I think, in the garage, he may have been way more cautious about everything, but because he could see that I knew what I was doing, just had anxiety.
So, if you're having trouble knowing where everything is, get your parents or your guardian or your brother, your sister, whoever you can trap.
Your friends.
Exactly, whoever you can trap.
As long as they have their full license.
Yeah. Ask them. Like, they'll be happy to tell you.
Yeah, they may laugh at you at first, but they would rather you ask a stupid question and get an answer than you not know and freak out in future.
And yeah, accident. So, and then if they go, like, that's where everything is, you can write a list and test yourself. Like, go in the car.
Do not turn it on.
Don't turn it on. Like,
have some common sense.
Look, turn the accessories on, but don't start the engine and start driving. Like,
and if you have to ask, how do I know if I started the engine, you should not be in a vehicle.
Yes. So, like, and then just test yourself. Just go...
Run through everything in your mind. Okay, the wipers are here, the lights are here.
Yeah, and then get the person you trap and go, lights, and they'll go, good job. Hazards, good job.
Yeah.
Butt spray, bad job. Heated seats.
Even something as simple as most cars on the driver's side door, they have the levers, I say levers, everyone says levers.
What, the door handles?
No, the actual thing on the floor, so you can pop the boot or pop the gas thing.
Pull the lever, Carl.
Yeah. No, but always know where those things are, because at some point you're going to need to, one, pop the boot, and at some point pop the gas cap and actually put gas in the car.
Half the cars don't have it.
My car has it for the gas pump, but because it's a hatchback, it doesn't have it for the boot. Mum's car got it for both things.
Because you got the button on the boot.
Yeah, the
little button. Yeah.
The latch, yeah.
Some people have it on the keys.
Yeah. Like Mum, she's got it on the keys and also on the floor. But some cars have if you have a sedan, great way to know, if you have a sedan, which means that it's not fully open at the back, you will most likely have the lever next to the gas lever. Or
mainly some Japan cars.
Or on the keys. If you have a sedan, if you have a hatchback, you're only going to have to think of the gas.
Every car is different.
I'm just speaking on my experience with Lancers, Hiluxes, and Subarus.
Every car is different. Some are just push the cap.
Some are just fucked.
Yeah, but every car is different.
Commodore.
But yeah, know everything. Everything in the car. So gear stick, everything. That's number 3, is it?
Yeah.
Number 3.
Okay, this one kind of relates back to number 5, but in this term, even if you are natural in the car from the very first get-go, you still need to practice in every single condition, every type of road, every possible scenario you need to practice in. So whether you're a teenager who just wants to impress their parents by going that extra step, research places where you can go to drive. If you live in Canberra, like do the Cotter, Malden Flat. If you live in New South Wales, obviously, if you live near Sydney, maybe the outskirts of Sydney, not in Sydney if you're a learner, but the outskirts. If you live closer to Canberra and Murray-Bateman, maybe try Murray-Bateman, Braidwood, all those places. Depending on where you are in Australia, obviously, just research places that you can possibly drive with different conditions, different roads, and, other things around. It will impress your parents, because your parents will go, oh, you're just really serious about learning, you're looking all this stuff up, we're proud of you. Even if you're an adult, and you just want to practice in every scenario, just look up places you can go, because honestly, if you live in Canberra, I am fairly sure that the Cotter is one of the only places that actually has the concealed driveway sign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
so you
Canberra,
need to
yeah.
know concealed driveways. Yes, you should leave a fair amount of space between you and the car in front so you're not tailgating, which is also illegal, and you can get booked for it if a highway patrol car sees you, and they're running around a lot more these days. Hoon activity.
Bastards.
But yeah, and you need to allow for more spaces, because you may see someone with their indicator on and go, oh, there's no fucking road up here, and just think they've accidentally put it on when they haven't. They put it on because there's a driveway, so you've got to be careful with the concealed driveway sign, which is always everywhere in New South Wales. But I remember the first time I ever saw one, I actually didn't go driving out to Cotter when I was a learner. But the first time I saw the concealed driveway sign, I think we were heading to Sydney for the first time. For the Your Ball. We'll have that video tagged up the top, so you'll see, but that was my first time driving to Sydney.
Fuck driving in Sydney. Oh!
And also, you've got to be good driving on normal road, concrete road, is it? Like some of the older roads, like the old highway.
Oh, the old highway?
Yeah.
Yep, that's concrete.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
With
know
the
why.
random splits in it, but there's no pothole, just the splits. I will take the splits over a fucking pothole any day.
But the concrete's louder than asphalt.
Oh, well.
Concrete goes... My asphalt goes...
And dirt roads, pebbles, gravel, everything. You should know how to drive on all of it, but also,
Dirt.
I used to love that dirt patch on Mulligan Flat.
And mud.
Yeah,
You're
don't
gonna
get bogged
Yeah, you're gonna get bogged.
unless you know what to do, but also, even when you do know what to do, you will most likely get bogged.
Turn on an all-wheel or a four-wheel, yeah. But no,
What do you got? All-wheel drive or four-wheel drive? I said, as far as I'm concerned, when I turn the car on, all the wheels start spinning.
It's got 4 wheels.
And they all start spinning when I'm driving. My shitty Texas accent, but whatever.
But yeah,
if you know that video.
back to number 2. Yeah.
Rain, hail.
What is it?
Actually, don't drive in hail.
Yeah, just drive to the conditions. Like
Yeah.
Every condition you can
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, hot days, you need to learn aircon and shit. Don't be like me and go, fuck, that takes too much power from the engine.
Window
Stick your head
down.
out the window. I straight up said that to him when we first started dating, before I had that bad reaction to heat.
You know windows cause drag, right? Like slow your car down.
Yeah, but the aircon in my car, and I don't know if it's just a thing with 2009 Lancers, but it slows down my car so much.
No, because you
And
drive an auto.
it bucks with the brake. If one thing's not bucking with them, it bucks with my brake.
It shouldn't. If it does, your car is seriously wrong.
No, it just makes the brake feel different. Like, it makes everything feel different when I'm driving, so it takes longer for the car to slow down.
We're getting off topic.
But yeah,
Number 2, drive the conditions.
learn every condition you can drive in.
Okay, that's number 2. And
My car
now
is not fucked.
it is. Now we're going to go to number 1.
Not fucked as either one of the Subarus.
And that's where I'm just going to stop the video.
Oh wait, you sold one of the Subarus. It's all good. You only have one Subaru. Anyways, on to number 1.
Number 1. Crazy. Number 1. Have fun.
Huh?
I'm not saying what?
That's
No.
no number 1.
What? Ah,
No, have fun was on our other video, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
linked in the cards somewhere.
You need to be careful.
Don't be a dickhead.
Oh yeah, gee, thanks for being the most Aussiest person here.
You're welcome.
I love you too. What I mean be careful is don't hoon on your L's
Don't be a cunt.
or P's.
I'm just
But-
looking at my work group chat before everyone thinks that I'm a
Yeah.
ignorant bitch.
But what I mean be careful, I mean drive safe, drive to conditions on the road. Yes, I don't want to sound like the bastards called
You are.
the police. But you know, I don't want to see people get in car accidents.
Well, there were two on your way home from work today.
Yeah. This is
And it's scary seeing that many
Like,
diaries and
I
ambulances.
saw half a car. Like, and the dude, he was okay, but like
Well, that we know of right now. They'll
I-
probably post more
he
updates
he
later.
was, I think he was talking to the cop or checking out the like anybody. I don't know. But yeah, what I'm saying, be careful.
It's still drying.
Drive to conditions on the road.
Mm.
And just don't be an arse on the road. Like, I know you're learning, but don't go.
You don't have the experience to
Yeah.
know and to be able to handle those situations. If you feel nervous, tell the driver you're with.
and then,
Everyone involved would much rather you pull over and be safe than cause an accident and possibly way worse. So just be safe, because even if you're not involved in the accident, it is quite jarring if you're just enjoying a drive along the road and you see a very dangerous situation, and it can cause a lot of trauma for everyone involved. So please just be safe.
It's like what my dad said. And if you play racing video games,
You will get
pardon
this.
me. No, I had a burp.
Yeah, I was trying to.
There we go, that was a burp. What my dad used to say, there is no redos in real life, or there is no second life. This
There's
is
no respawn.
no respawns. This is you only have one life.
Mm.
Like, when you get more experienced, like, don't speed or anything. But
Us laughing and speeding fines.
when you're more experienced, you know, you can, you know,
Do a bit more.
do a bit more because you're more experienced. But when you're learning,
Don't be a hero. Don't be a
don't
fuckwit.
push that line.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
when you're more experienced, you can like nudge the line a bit, but don't go
Don't
over
go
the line.
over it.
That line is there for your safety
Mm.
and for everyone else's safety
Yeah.
as well. Like,
And we don't like having to put these kind of disclaimers in video, but for legal purposes and also because we're building a community here, we're car people, we feel the need to share this message, and we do so and will so advocate for being safe, but also having fun, and this is just part of that. So please be safe, please have fun, and you know what, if you made it through this entire video, we hope you enjoy learning to drive, and let us know down below what you're learning to drive in. Is it an auto, is it a manual? What kind of car are you learning in? We're always curious. We love
if
talking
it's a
to you
shitty
guys.
Mitsubishi, and that's where I live.
I wasn't even insulting you, and you start insulting my car.
No, you only get brand. It's like the Nike and Adidas shit.
At least I don't drive a Subaru. Aren't Subarus known for losing their head gaskets, and yet every Subaru you've ever owned has had every other single fucking problem in the world with it? Mic drop.
But not head gaskets.
Yeah, it's just so shitty that it broke everything else.
Ouch. Okay, so
You come for my car, I come for yours.
so be careful on the roads when you learn to drive.
Don't date a car guy.
Date a
I'm
car
kidding,
guy.
do it.
Do it, it's fun.
Only adults will get it.
I'm dating a car lady. So yeah, what I'm saying, be careful on the roads, have fun learning to drive, and I hope you pass You test if you're testing or your logbook thing. It's like my workmate. He's doing it. You should see. He's getting really excited because he's getting the stamps passed and he's getting really excited.
Oh, I remember that.
And
they can only do a certain amount in each lesson.
and he's getting all his stamps done, and he's like, oh, I can't wait to get my car on the road. I can't wait to drive because he's on his L's. He's getting his P's. So he's getting really excited.
I might hand my license in when he passes.
And when you get his P's,
Car meets.
pretty much. I'm just going.
Oh, we should do a behind the scenes of some of the car meets because one of my friends started a group. We'll have to ask her permission, but we should do it.
You might see some car meets. You might. But yeah,
We'll
okay.
try.
So I'm gonna, cut it off here. I'm not here, but be safe.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Let us know what you're learning in. And yeah, let us know some stuff down below about future videos you would like to see from us and other bad things you should know or do videos you would like us to cover. We do have one more planned video coming in this series, but we hope you guys enjoy it and we'll see you in the next one.
See
Bye.
you in the next one, peoples.